Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Game on Cloud 9 here, and I'm here to bring you guys a new Naruto Manga 621 prediction. Yeah, I apologize guys, this prediction should have been out like a few days ago. For those of you guys who are in college and you have midterms, you already know. You already know how things can be. And that's pretty much what happened, with a little bit of getting sidetracked with doing a bunch of other things. And as you can see right now, I'm not even in my dorm right now, I'm at home. So literally, I got to you guys as soon as I could get to you guys and give out my prediction. But anyway, this week's Naruto chapter definitely did, I would say, was pretty satisfying overall, because, I mean, we got a few epic moments here and there. Just to give a quick synopsis of it, as I usually do, which is probably going to be a bit quicker than I usually do a synopsis. I would say this chapter, pretty much, we had Sasuke, of course, having a little bit of a confrontation with the second Hokage, somewhat. I mean, obviously, Hashirama is ready to give Sasuke his answers, but Sasuke pretty much tells Hashirama, like, hey, I want to know the truth from you guys, see what's going on, know, about the village, before I decide to crush Konoha. Or, and then that's when we see, of course, second Hokage freaking out, getting mad, like, how dare you say such crazy things in front of me? So we all know, second Hokage, ready to go nuts. And I'm actually, in terms of skill, I have more respect for the second Hokage. I still think, though, he hates Uchihas. I mean, some people disagree with me. I know he talked about this a little bit with Ramya Kujotun. I know he thinks that, the second's just firm on what he does. I don't really feel that way. I feel as though the second Hokage, in terms of the way he thinks, he groups the Uchihas together as somewhat of an evil group. And to me, you can't really do that. Whether or not, you have a lot of people in the Uchiha group, the Uchiha clan that have done evil things. A lot of them, if you pay attention, have actually been good starting off. I mean, look at Obito, look at Shisui, look at Itachi. And even Sasuke as a little kid was good. So to make it seem as if, oh, the Uchiha is just an overall evil clan, okay, yes, a lot of them have went bad. Yes, there are some bad Uchihas. But you've had ones that were actually good at some point. And on top of that, heck, the Uchihas were for Hashirama when the village first started. And if you don't believe me, go back and look at it. I mean, I remember that. That's why Madara felt like he was rejected even from his own clan. So to just act like the clan was all bad news, to me, no. I think it's straight up, I just think the second Hokage, maybe because of the warring times and the Uchihas he had to fight numerous times, developed a hatred for the Uchiha. But that's just my opinion. But anyway, of course, that part of the chapter, and we see Tobirama, after he gets ready to try to attack Sasuke, Hashirama turns around, gives us his crazy look on his face. He's exerting his chakra almost like some kind of spiritual pressure or whatnot, and tears down the building almost. Even all the Hokages were wowed by it, and of course Orochimaru, Suigetsu, all of them were freaking out and getting all riled up because of the chakra that he was giving off. And, now, we also see, Hashirama, he basically knows when to get serious, and he also has a light side to himself, obviously, as we all seen. So, for those out there who probably thought Hashirama was just always silly all the time, he gets serious when he needs to get serious, and that's pretty much, when stuff is going to go down. So, I definitely do like Hashirama's personality. Now, of course, right after that, Orochimaru pretty much reveals to the Hokages, like, hey, look, man, there's a war going on. Can you please hurry up and tell Sasuke what he needs to know? And, they pretty much, of course, all the Hokages want to head out. They want to stop this. Tobirama wants to act big and bad, like he's about to go ahead and resist Orochimaru. Orochimaru obviously is like, nah, man, you ain't resisting this. And, we found out, of course, Orochimaru, we already know he has Senju cells, but they actually, it's not like, I guess you could say, it actually really did strengthen him, because it is strengthening his hold in the Edo Tensei, but then we also find out that Hashirama's like, man, Edo Tensei, man, that can't hold me. Like, like, this is a joke. I'm just literally here just because I feel like being here. I mean, that's basically what we get from Hashirama, because he broke his restraint. And, obviously, he tells Orochimaru, he's like, hey, man, you can chill. I'm going to go ahead, talk to Sasuke, tell him how I feel, or tell not about how I feel, but tell him about the truth of the village, and try to change how he feels about everything, so that he won't become like Madara. And, of course, that's when he tells Sasuke, they sit down, he's like, okay, let's talk about the village. We go ahead, get a flash to the Valley of the End fight, which we've all been wanting to see. Nothing but epic scenes right there. I mean, we see this big wood god, dragon-like thing pop out, fight against the Nine Tails and Madara, and perfect Susanoo in the unstabilized Susanoo form. And pretty much that's the end of the chapter. Now, overall, I mean, Naruto has been doing really well to me lately. You know what I mean? I know there's a lot of bandwagoners right now with Naruto, and I'm just calling it out. I mean, everybody and their mama's been saying it's been good lately. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been enjoying it a lot more than I usually do lately as well. But, you know, I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to. I'm looking forward to this whole backstory thing, you know, learning more about it. But I'm kind of wondering if we're gonna get all the answers that we want to get all right now. You know, one thing I've seen a few people saying is that they think Orochimaru is about to have a change of heart, or he's had a change of heart. I don't think so. I mean, it's fishy that Orochimaru is acting the way that he is, but at the same time, I'm still remember it's Orochimaru. He is a snake. You can't trust a snake. You know, I mean, hey, all of y'all probably know that. So I mean, I don't think that Orochimaru is about to flip switches. I mean, maybe, but I'm thinking more or less he's just kind of taking in stuff right now, paying like and maybe he's just chilled right now. He respects Sasuke as an equal from what I can see right now. So he's trying to get Sasuke's answers so Sasuke can he can see what Sasuke is going to do, what Sasuke is going to go about, and he's showing Sasuke what he actually saw because Orochimaru already knows the truth. I mean, even in this week's chapter, we know that there's actually more to why Orochimaru wanted to destroy Konoha than we know from Sasuke. We heard so. I'm kind of wanting to know what is this dark secret. There's got to be maybe some dark secrets more that we don't know about Konoha that are going to be revealed. You know, what I mean, there's still plenty of information. I know some people think that the manga is going to end in like 2 chapters. I mean, don't get me wrong, the anime or manga, or I should say the manga specifically, but it's all coming, wrapping up. But I think we still have quite a few things to be revealed. I mean, Kishimoto's even said this himself. I mean, so I'm kind of wondering about some more of Konoha's dark past. Other than of course the Uchiha massacre and Nine-Tailed Fox attack. We all know about that stuff for the most part. There's got to be a few other things that Orochimaru hasn't necessarily talked about or said yet that made him really want to destroy Konoha. Now, what as far as to what Sasuke's other reason or what other thing he's going to do besides just crushing Konoha, I'm not necessarily sure if it's going to be good. I know a lot of people are assuming, oh, he's saying, or I'm going to, help Naruto and the gang. I don't know if it's that. I'm kind of wondering if maybe he has some type of other plan his up his head, like maybe some type of peace plan that maybe is maybe not Moon's Eye plan, but maybe somewhere along close to it, or something similar to it, or maybe he has a plan where maybe he thinks, okay, instead of just crushing Konoha, if I get certain answers, I may end up just crushing the whole Shinobi world. Who knows? But I'm wanting to know where Sasuke is actually, of course, going with this. Now, as far as Orochimaru, why he's doing all this, and I know he said he'll allow the Kages to go ahead and fight against like the what do you call it, like the Ten Tails and Madara and Obito. I'm thinking he's kind of doing it because I mean there was the chapter that Orochimaru came back, or actually the chapter before he came back, was titled "The Third Power." To me, that gives off the feeling that Sasuke is the third power in this war. Sasuke and his group. Orochimaru, all of them, they're pretty much like the third party. They just have yet to enter. So, I mean, obviously, Sasuke has a lot of sleep. He has a lot of different things he's going on, which is making me start to doubt there's going to be another final arc. But I think that there will be another part to this arc. And I think it's kind of started right now. That's the kind of feeling I've gotten at this point now. I mean, maybe, but, I'm not 100% sure on that anymore. But definitely, we have to get Naruto versus Sasuke. So I don't think Sasuke's going to be flipping switches anytime soon either. At least not right now. I think right now what Kishimoto is doing with Sasuke, because I know a lot of people have been questioning whether or not Sasuke is going to turn, like right now, after he gets his answers. I think it's getting Sasuke to open himself up more. And I think when him and Naruto fight, Naruto will be the final person to actually convince Sasuke, or to finally, make him turn good again. Or maybe not make him turn good, but to convince him to come back to being the way that he used to be. Because I can't really see Sasuke like just flipping right now. I mean, if him and Naruto if they had all this development, all this hype of Naruto and Sasuke fighting, I don't see. I mean, to me, it would be wasted. You hyped up this fight for so long in the series, especially during the Five Kage Summit, and then you don't give it to us, so it would be a big disappointment. And to me, it wouldn't be too good on a writing aspect to just throw that fight away. Since you have hyped it up so much. But as for what we may get next week from Naruto, I expect definitely. I mean, obviously, continue on with the flashbacks. Maybe see a little bit of course, more of the fight. But I'm not sure we're gonna see all the scenes of the fight. Maybe we'll just see like the end result. See maybe a couple more scenes. They'll cut end result. Then see Hashirama's side. Obviously, eventually we're gonna see Madara's side of the story to things. So as far as Hashirama knows, he doesn't know that Madara actually survived that battle and lived to go on further. He probably thinks that, oh, I killed him right there, because all Orochimaru said to him is that, hey, Madara has been revived. So he's probably thinking like, oh, okay, he didn't. He's probably the same old Madara. He's thinking like, he's always up to things. I know that's one thing he said in the chapter. So yeah, I definitely do think that we're gonna keep going with it, probably with the whole the Uchiha Senju thing. Probably learn a little bit more about that. May even see how the first Hokage dies during these flashbacks. Because has anybody ever wondered how the first Hokage actually died? I don't think he died in combat. I mean, maybe, but I'm thinking maybe he used some type of technique while fighting Madara. Maybe drains away his life or something like that. Because and maybe hurt his body so much maybe where he died shortly after or something like that. I don't know. I just don't. Obviously, I mean, he didn't die fighting Madara, so I don't know. Maybe it was some kind of wound that he got, and he died shortly after the battle. Who knows? But as far as my prediction, I mean, that's pretty much all I can pretty much say about this week's chapter. I mean, I think that we're going to get a little bit more of that fight. Don't think the chapter's going to cover all of that. I think we're probably going to end on some type of cliffhanger about maybe something we didn't know about the Senju clan, or I should say about the Uchiha clan, some kind of, because I mean, this is going to be obviously more, or should I should actually say the village, because this is going to be more about than just the Uchiha and Senju. He's just starting with the Uchiha and Senju, so maybe in a few chapters we'll see, when other villages, or I should say, other villages, maybe when they started to establish themselves and rise up into power within the next few chapters. I don't know if we're going to get everything at one time, because Kishimoto doesn't, I mean, even though we're coming to the end, I don't think he's going to give it to us all at one time. The Sage of Six Paths is something that we all probably want to know about, and I don't think we're going to get that for maybe a little bit more time. Maybe Kurama's going to tell us all about the Sage, because he knows about that. But again, this is pretty much all my thoughts on this week's Naruto chapter, and pretty much that's what I think is going to come up next. So let me know what you guys think. Did you enjoy this week's Naruto chapter? Did you think that maybe, there was too many epic moments, there wasn't enough development or enough things told? Were you expecting more, or did you think that this was a-okay for just, a weekly chapter? But anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching us.